Oh shoot! Let me go back and see if I can. Turn off some of this. Turn this music off. All right, turn it down. Hopefully, I won't get caught with a copyright after that. We'll do a single event. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Leakin Clay, coming back at you. And today, I went deep into the vault to pull out a game that was a pivotal moment for me, and that is Driveclub on PlayStation VR. Now, a little bit about, a couple of backstories. First, about the game. I read an article once that Driveclub was supposed to be a free game that was supposed to launch with the PS4. But there was delay after delay after delay. And finally, when the game came out, it wasn't a free game. They charged $60 for it. And the game launched broken. So broken to the point that Sony gave refunds for the game. So I refunded the game, got my $30 back. Over time, the price kept going down and down and down. And even though I refunded the game, and even though it was, a buggy mess, I still liked the game and still saw the potential in the game. So once the price came down, I think to about 20 or 30 bucks, I turned around and rebought the game again. And that's for the flat screen version of the game. Now, the other backstory is, you guys have heard that before, the backstory about me getting a PlayStation VR. I got one day one, October 2016. That's when it launched. I got it for my son for Christmas. And a couple of months leading up to the launch of PSVR, Sony was putting on demos at Best Buy and GameStop. They were doing demos on Saturday at Best Buy and demos on Sunday at GameStop. And every Saturday when I picked my son up, he would want us to go to Best Buy and sample the VR. So my first experience with VR was on PlayStation VR, and I demoed Eve Valkyrie, and I was blown away by it. But not enough that I preferred it over flat screen gaming. But my son did want it for Christmas. Fast forward to Christmas, I gave it to him on Christmas. I bought it day one because I pre-ordered it, and I kept it in the closet until Christmas. And believe me, it was tough letting that thing sit in the closet, buried under a bunch of stuff, for a couple of months. So I give it to him on Christmas. And we open it up, and we're playing games, and the PlayStation VR came with a demo disc that had demos of several games on there, including Resident Evil 7, Driveclub, and a few other games. And so when I tried Driveclub in VR, in one session, I experienced one of the most amazing moments ever when I gamed, as far as gaming goes, and one of the worst. I was absolutely blown away to be racing in VR. It was actually a little bit scary because I'm doing 200 miles an hour down the straightaway, and I'm looking out the side of the window and seeing these these buildings just flying right by me as a blur, and it felt so real. And I wasn't used to it, and it messed with my mind. So I was experiencing some motion sickness. That game showed me the potential of VR, but I also wasn't sure that I wanted to deal with the motion sickness because Several games made me sick. Riggs probably did the worst job on me. Riggs probably made me more sick than any VR game I had ever played. Resident Evil made me a little sick. Even Batman Arkham VR made me a little bit sick. Until Blood Rush of Dawn made me a little bit sick. And this game made me a little bit sick. But Riggs undoubtedly made me feel the worst out of all those games. So my son took the VR home, and his room was too small at the time. So he brought it back over here and just lost interest in it after that. I wasn't playing it either because my preference was still flat screen games at the time. So I started contemplating about selling it. And then I thought, you know, I spent $500 for this, plus some of the games that I bought. I need to give this thing a chance. And I guess the rest is history. Now, I bought the official version of this game, which I think at the time was $15. I think this game is why GT Sport turned out the way it did. This game did allow you to race against a full grid up to 8 cars, and it had multiplayer. At the time that I played it, I thought it was very blurry, almost to the point where it's unplayable. As far as night racing goes, I still think it is unplayable. And I think that's the reason why Polyphony Digital did not add the multiplayer and did not give you the ability to race against a full grid, because I think by their own admission, they said it would have been a mess if they would have done that. So that's why the VR turned out the way it did for GT Sport. I was just playing this a few minutes ago before I went live, and I'm thinking to myself, looking around, I'm thinking it's not as blurry as I seem to remember, but it's still not sharp either. I think with the daytime races, you can get by, but in order to be faster, you definitely have to know the track, since you're not going to be able to see it that well. So I think, I've given you guys a little bit of history. I guess the last piece of history that I have to add before we go ahead and jump into a session is that I think this game did not do very well. A couple of years ago, Sony shut down the servers. I don't know if you guys can see this dashboard here in front of me, of this menu screen, but as you can see, the multiplayer is blacked out because they shut the servers down a couple of years ago. So let's do 1 or 2 sessions, and then that'll do it. I didn't plan on being on very long. So I just tried this car right here. It's an electric car. Drew has some good nights playing this. Yeah, definitely some memories. Bentley Continental. Ooh. I think this was the car that I would go with whenever I played this game. Ferrari. Gaming Legends was good. Couch VR today. Haha. Aston Martin Vanquish. Slick little car. Mercedes. The Porsche! The Porsche! Let's go! With the love bug stripes. Now, one of the things that was unfortunate about this game was that it did drift, and it does not have and the recenter button does not work. So I do like when you want to get in the car, like, I guess you can inspect the car. Let's go. Adjust view up and down. Hold options to calibrate view. Oh, maybe that's when you're inside the car. Oh, your VR legs are strong to play this again. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go. Now I got it set to automatic when I should have had it on stick. Manual. Ugh. Can we start this over? I'm gonna pick a different car. I did not like the way that was sliding. No, I can't bail out on my Porsche. I can't bail out on my Porsche. Yeah, restart already. Let's go. Let's see the sparks flying. Big man. This is, oh shit! This is PS4 Pro. Matter of fact, this is the only game that I think this on PlayStation VR, the only racing game where you can race against a full grid. Because as far as that goes, GT Sport is the only other racing game that I know about on PlayStation VR that has VR support. Now, Road Rally does have VR support, but you know that's a dirt. Oh shit! But that's a dirt rally game, and you're racing against the clock. Therefore, you kind of on the track by yourself. Oh shit! Oh, they're drifting around these corners. You said Dirt let you do multiplayer, but yeah, Dirt didn't have, I don't think it had. Oh, are you talking about Dirt Rally or Rallycross? Did it have VR support, and did it let you do multiplayer? Rally mode of Dirt 4 VR? Are you sure? Dirt Rally and PSVR. Well, I know that Dirt Rally had VR support, but I didn't know about, you know, Dirt Rally with the multiplayer VR support. Now, one of the things that I heard about Dirt Rally as far as VR goes, hey, let's watch that replay, because this is slick. This was one of the slick things about this. You see the guy right there. I'm sitting in the passenger side, and you see the guy driving the car. I only play solo, but I remember extra cars on the track. Okay, I might have to, I don't know, I might have to go back and look for that and see how much it cost. I also got to be mindful of my data cap. It was Rallycross 4 players? No shit. I'm gonna have to go back and look into that. So are we talking both Rallycross and Dirt 4 had VR support with multiplayer? Look at those sparks on the side. This game was ahead of its time. It's just a shame, you know, you see the dirt right there, you see some details. And the graphics are still good, it's just so blurry. Even with the multiplayer being dead, I would still revisit this game every now and then if the picture was sharper. I remember the first time I did the replay, and I sat in the car and, you know, watched my character drive, and I like got in his face like this, and I was waiting for him to look at me and say something. Needed a better pro patch. Yeah. But I'm assuming that because this game probably did so poorly that they probably abandoned any thoughts of putting a pro patch on this. Yeah, this game was a blast. I actually got a memory with Sick Humor and Uncompetitive. One time we were playing this in VR, and Sick Humor was racing dirty. He was trying to run me off the road, and he ended up He ended up missing it, I think smashed into the wall. I streamed it. I streamed it. It was a couple of years ago, but it's still there. The studio closed down? Okay. All right, let's do one more session. We're going to pick a different car, too. I think I'm going to go back to that electric car. The way the multiplayer used to work with this game was you registered. So you would go to the multiplayer and you would see a listing for all these races and what time they were about to start. You know, a race is going to start in 10 minutes. Another one starts, 15 minutes after, and so forth. And then you highlight the race that you want to enter and register for it. And I have to be honest, like the multiplayer for this was dead on arrival. For one thing, I think the communities were separated. Flat screen racers and VR racers couldn't race with each other. And they launched this game in VR, and that was it. Nothing after that. No DLC, no quality of life patch updates. Ah, the McLaren. Audi R8. Oh yeah, let's do this. Oh shit, there's a Ferrari F40 there. Oh, see those sparks? He said, now you want to play this again? This game was ahead of its time. I always loved Driveclub VR. Yeah, me too. The digital game of Driveclub in VR it definitely don't exist. Because I think they delisted the game way before they pulled the plug on the multiplayer. Oh, come on. Yeah, Brown. I mean, what the hell? Damn it, I did that to myself. Yeah, and unfortunately, it is starting to drift again. So that problem hasn't gone away because it is starting to turn slightly to the left. And that was another bad thing. I still have a save file waiting for me. Cool. And that was one of the bad things about this. Once you fired this game up, you would probably have about an hour worth of play before the drift gets so bad that you can't play it anymore. Because eventually you will turn and do like a 90-degree turn. I'll do this one more time. Because, yes, it's drifting. And that was another problem that I had with PlayStation VR, with some of these games drifting. I think there's a button to reset position. See, it resets back and forth, but it doesn't reset. Like, if I look to the left or to the right, it's not going to reset to wherever I'm looking. It's just going to reset left, forward or backwards. I'll show you when I get in the car. See, you can only slide it from left to right, forward, backwards. Yeah, it will spin you slightly while playing, yeah. So it's slightly to the left on me right now. So this is definitely going to be my last session, because after another session or two, it's going to end up turning all the way to the left, to the point where one time I was playing and sitting sideways on the couch. I was sitting at 90 degrees on the couch. Look at that, we got the bins. Even my brake pedals, shit. Damn it! Oh shit! I didn't see that turn until the last second. Yeah, I straightened up in the end. We'll watch the replay for a few seconds before we get on out of here. Congratulations, you unlocked the Ferrari, LaFerrari. Whoa, we gotta do that one more time. We gotta do this one more time. Go out with a blaze of glory with that Ferrari, LaFerrari. I used to love this Ferrari too. Ferrari. Are you going to test GT7 with the DualSense first without... that's a... Game Cat. Hi, Lincoln. Loving this reminder from the past. Thank you, my good friend. Well, I test GT7 with the DualSense. Well, I guess before I jump in the car, I'll have to put it this way. I think I would end up having to do I might have to do two separate streams. What I'm not sure about is, okay, I start out with the DualSense, and then I connect my racing wheel. I don't know if the game will let me do that, you know, in game. I don't know if I'll have to close the game and then swap, you know, input methods and then fire the game back up. Because once I turn the game off, I think that'll kill the stream. Because I think like PlayStation VR. Oh, I won't be streaming this in VR because it won't have VR support. What am I talking about? But I'll definitely try the. All right, so we'll just do it like this. Have you tried putting yourself in the passenger seat for the replay? Yeah, I've done that. I just did it a few minutes ago before you got here. So I'll start out playing GT7 with the DualSense. If I can switch control methods mid-game, then I'll do it. If it doesn't let me do that, then I'll have to close the game down and close the stream down and then come back immediately after that. But I put in to have the day off. So when the game unlocks at midnight Eastern time, I will be streaming it, so make sure you guys tune in. I think this is the first time I ever sat in a LaFerrari. Weird looking wheel though. The car was born to drive, yeah. This game somewhat got some I think some real world physics, because if you're traveling at a high rate of speed and you let up off the gas, it will oversteer. Should allow me to let me play with both controllers connected. Okay. Oh! And the car will spin out easy too if you hit that dirt. All right, we'll do the replay, and then we'll get on out of here. Driver level 42. Then unlock some paint jobs. All right, let's go, bro. Let's go. Show me what you can do, man. I said this game was ahead of its time. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. You look like a bald-head Lewis Hamilton. Let's go. Take him. Let's go. Let's go, pedal to the metal. Was that a Koenigsegg? Man, that thing moving! See that Enzo in the mirror behind us. GT Sport VR could have done 8 cars like this beside. See, I think they were quoted as saying that if they would have did that with the 8 cars and stuff, it would have been a mess. Because I think that the reason why they didn't do it is because they didn't want it to turn out like this game. Because when I first played this, although I was amazed by it and just blown away by being able to race in VR, I still felt like the game was blurry to the point where it was almost unplayable. Night racing is unplayable on this. You cannot see shit at night because it's so blurry. It's awful. So, this game in particular, again, it's not as bad as I seem to remember it in terms of the blur, but it's still blurry enough that in order to turn in some good times, you will have to know the track. You can't just see it because it's blurry enough that if you don't know the track, you're not going to see some of these turns coming up until the last second. And with that, thanks for taking this little trip back to memory lane with me. That's a beautiful car. And the graphics were there. I mean, not a game for noobs. Yeah. The graphics were there for this game. It's just it's kind of blurry. I don't know how blurry it is as far as you guys go with. You guys are seeing, but through this headset, I can make out everything, but it's still blurry. What a shame. This game was ahead of its time, too. So, I've got some other streams that I want to do. I think every couple of months, Oculus will send you a code to get 30% off on a game. So I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase Resident Evil 4 for the Oculus Quest. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that and streaming it. Also, 2MD Football. That's a game that I've streamed before a while back. I guess they added an update where when you throw the ball to the nearest receiver, it'll switch over and you can catch the ball manually, the way you did whenever you played VR Sports Challenge. So I want to look into that. And then we got low fuel. I still got to do a low fuel motorsports race this week. And then we have we get back to ACC Friday on Friday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, and that'll take us through the weekend. And then the big moment that I've been waiting for, next Tuesday, Monday at midnight, we get the next gen patch for Setta Corsa Competizione on the PS5 and Series X. I am going to plan on streaming at midnight. I would like to think that I will be able to play it at midnight. So if I can play it at midnight, Monday night, because it'll technically be Tuesday, I will stream it. If I can't stream it, then I will stream it Tuesday as soon as I get home from work. So definitely be looking forward to that, because I'm just as excited about the next gen patch for ACC on PS5 as I am about GT7. Hell, maybe a little bit more excited. GT7, for all the glory that this game is going to be, we all know it's the VR part that I'm really looking forward to. So, I mean, all the goodies with GT7, I'll take it. But I'm hoping by this time next year, both of those games will have VR support. It's a given that GT7 is going to have VR support. I just hope that ACC on PS5 will have VR support as well. So, all right, folks, thanks for watching. It's time to boogie on out of here, and I think I'm going to go into my library and blow the dust off of some more of these games and travel back and play some more of these games that brought some memorable moments, and possibly play some games. Well, I know I'm going to play some games that that I think could possibly be coming to PlayStation VR, PlayStation VR 2. Games like Boneworks, Half-Life Alyx. I'll come back to those games, stream those again, because I think those are going to come to PlayStation VR too. So, folks, thanks for watching. With that, I am going to boogie on out of here. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. We will see you soon. Everybody have a good one.